So how do we master relationships, and what is a successful relationship? There's longevity. Definition of a successful relationship is a relationship that enhances the well-being and growth and happiness and fulfillment of both people involved. It's like win-win. And a healthy relationship is positively interdependent. Almost all of the love songs are about narcissism and codependence relationships. So what's a dysfunctional relationship? It often results from emotional contracts where individuals agree to fulfill each other's needs in a way that ultimately harms them. For instance, one person may struggle to care for themselves, whilst another feel inadequate, leading to an unhealthy agreement which one take care of the other and exchange for validation. Dysfunctional relationships tend to be destructive rather than constructive, fostering powerlessness and dependency instead of independence. And consequently, they're inherently unsure, insecure, and as their security relies on fulfilling subconscious contracts. In today's era, there's an increase in emphasis on parental perfectionism, recognizing that a relationship with our primary caregivers significantly shape our adult lives. Dysfunctional relationships experienced later in life are often rooted in childhood experience, influencing our perception of how relationships should be, what we saw, what we've learned. There's another dimension to look at it. Conventional approaches to healing dysfunctional relationships often stress the importance of achieving a healthy, independent self-help seminars, meet you. This approach may be worsening trauma sometimes if human development develops in infancy, so babies can't see themselves as separately from the caregivers. They gradually learn to establish autonomy, the saying no phase, whilst remaining connected. And healthy individualization strikes this balance between autonomy and connection, allowing individuals to be self-sufficient without feeling isolated or neglected. So several critical phases of individuation occur during development, with the most fundamental occurrence between 3 months and 3 years. And trauma experienced during this phase often involves unmet need. That's the primary driver for the dysfunction in adult relationships. And this happens when the progress or development is hindered in areas where growth is typically expected. For instance, a child who lacks safety during their early years may struggle with a lot of fear later in life due to this developmental trauma. So each aspect of our lives can be like a seed planted in the garden. With unhealed development trauma, the seed is halted, the growth of the seed. So while the rest of the garden thrives, this halted aspects of ourselves impede our ability to meet certain needs and even want to meet those needs. So healing from dysfunctional relationship patterns requires addressing these developmental delays and unmet needs from childhood, often before memory. So different approaches can help these past traumas effectively, like inner child work, completion process, internal family systems therapy, somatic experiencing techniques, plant medicine. It's all about experiencing those needs. Again, there's also 3 steps you can take. Like 1, recognize dysfunctional relationship patterns. 2, identify the unmet need fueling these patterns. And 3, seek constructive ways to meet those needs, acknowledging that some emotional needs involve connecting with others, not just self-sufficiency. In therapy, the secure therapeutic relationship often helps individuals heal because it provides the secure, safe attachment, sometimes for the first time in their life, which is a crucial component for resolving this trauma. It's growing the seed, learn to establish autonomy whilst remaining connected. Furthermore, seeking somatosensory therapies that address early developmental trauma may offer an effective path to healing. These therapies can simulate experiences like being in the womb or receiving nurturing, so to address those needs. So in conclusion, understanding and healing from dysfunctional relationships require acknowledging the impact and ability of the developmental trauma and the unmet needs of early stages in life. And actively addressing these issues, individuals can develop healthy patterns of connection and meet their own emotional needs in more constructive ways with the help of others. It's crucial to recognize that some needs can only be met through healthy connections with others, because we're group species. Seeking assistance and support is a valuable step towards healing, the personal growth. Even therapists have therapists because it works.